this rather snappy, won't you? I have some very heavy thinking to do before 10 o'clock.
Welcome to another episode of Get It Right Texoma with the trio, Mike Hendren, Terry McAdams, Trey Sarala. We're glad to have you here with us once again. We strive to entertain and inform you as best we possibly can here each and every episode that we do. We do try to focus on local events and news and things like that, but we also throw in some national, state, regional, international, intergalactic, whatever we can once in a while. We talk about kind of what we're going to talk about. But anyway, welcome to the show. Be sure and share this on all your social media platforms and visit us on our website at GetItRightTexoma.com. This episode, once again, being brought to you in part by Eddie Hills Fun Cycles at 401 North Scott in downtown Wichita Falls, EddieHillsFunCycles.com, MacTech Solutions, 4020 Ray Road, Suite 3B, MacTech-Solutions.com, and Lolly and Pop Sweet Shop online at LPSweet.com, and on Facebook, Lolly and Pop Sweet Shop, and it's Lollie is how you spell Lolly on Facebook. What?
Bunny ears.
Oh, okay. Thought he was trying to goose me. Anyway, I just saw a hand move.
That was this weekend.
Yeah.
I'm staying out of this.
That's why Mike is so traumatized.
Well, this is going to get R-rated. Anyway.
No. We're keeping it PG-13.
PG-13 all day long.
We have a lady in the
We do. We certain
She's
things.
going to ground us.
Yes. We don't. Certain things we don't do or say in mixed company.
That's right.
That's the rule here. Anyway.
Even though she might make you blush, but
I don't know. Yeah,
I mean, I can start something.
Yeah, there you go.
We do have very, very wonderful guests join us from time to time here, and today I wish we had one of those. But no, I'm kidding. I'm teasing.
But I'm
teasing.
Me
Thank you very much. I'll be there all
teasing.
week.
But anyway, no, we have a great guest with us here. Erica Mundt is with us.
Hey, surprise.
How are you?
I'm good. Except for this, as I was telling y'all, this raspiness. It's cousin-esque Stevie Nicks.
There you go.
Yeah.
She's going to break out in song here in a little
Yeah.
while. She's going to start Fleetwood Mac songs or something like that.
You know, it's the whole thing that everybody's got going on right now because of the wind and Texas weather. So.
See, 3 years ago, we'd go, oh my God, it's COVID.
Oh yeah.
Get away from it.
I never did.
No, I know.
I opted,
We
opted
didn't.
out.
No, we didn't require it. But go ahead. Not to get off on that.
No.
And
That's it.
And she is here with
Campfire.
Campfire of North Texas.
I am.
Yes, you've been
probably should've said
the.
that.
Executive director. He should have said that. That's what I was trying to promise.
I was getting to that.
Yeah.
I was getting there. We got a little sidetracked, but no, you've been the executive director for how long now?
I am a little over 2 years.
Wow.
Yeah. Still infant, it's like 2.5 years old.
Yeah.
But
It doesn't seem possible that it's been 2.5
I feel
years
like
already.
I'm 30 in that career. I think we all say that in these positions. It's like you go in and you feel like you've already been there 100 years and you've only been there 2.5.
Yeah.
So.
Well, gee, then who was the lady before?
Betty Ricks.
Betty
Betty
Ricks.
Ricks.
Yeah, she was. If wonder what, I think she enjoyed the heck out of that.
She was there a long time.
So
she
she
was there
probably.
a long time.
Yeah.
And I do too. It's just, when you're doing a transition, it's hard.
Well, yeah. Well, you
it's
took
hard in the
over
whole organization.
and you took over from you had a lot of shoe to fill.
Well, it's funny because everybody says that, and I'm like, no, I'll wear my own shoes.
Well, that's
she
good.
had
Right,
her
that's true.
shoes.
That's
I'm just
true.
taking the legacy forward. That's all I'm
There
doing.
you go.
Yeah.
So
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So tell everybody about Campfire. Tell our audience and everything what Campfire does, what Campfire is, and what it be.
Well, if you ask some people, they have a remembrance of it, and I've noticed that there's two versions of Campfire. There's the version that everybody knows, and then there's the version everybody doesn't know. And I've noticed that a lot of everybody doesn't know. And so what I would say is that a lot of people are like, oh, well, y'all are just like the Boys Club or YMCA. And it's like, no, we're all completely different. So we are a youth development program, but we focus on the outside, and we are not a daycare. So that's the biggest thing is that I've heard is that, oh, well, y'all are just like a
Just a
just a daycare.
There's an after school program.
There is.
But it's not a daycare. Absolutely.
And as you know, So we have 2 missions. There's 2 missions during an after-school program where we focus on a demographic that really relies on the resources that we have and offer. Then there is our day camp program that is offered to all of Wichita Falls for an open summer camp program, which means it's 100% outside. And I have to say that all the time and repeat it, 100% outside. And I know that that's a lot in Texas, but I just remember always being outside.
Oh, there's a lot of camps. They're young. Kids are young. They're pretty. It's not like you don't go in the shade. It's not outside in the sun necessarily. But there's places to take respite and that sort of thing. But it is not an indoor-outdoor activity type.
No, it's not like we have a facility where they're going to go in and they have air conditioning. We keep them shaded, busy with their swimming lessons, their splash time. Like, they're cool, and they have really neat counselors that mentor them. So that's one of the biggest differences that I would say our niche is that we have mentors. So we're not a daycare facility. We're not going to sit there and make sure your kids are just getting that bare minimum level of care. They're getting mentorship. And then they have curriculum that goes with it. So it is a big difference. Mm-hmm. But yeah, we all have our own niche. And I really love how we all have our own different kind of involvements in the community. So our impact is going to be much different than everybody else's.
So basically, kids ages, kindergarten through?
Kindergarten through 5th right now. We're still looking into the junior high program, because if you look at statistics are that the junior high kids are more prone to delinquent activities between the hours of 3 and 6 p.m. Mm-hmm. And so, but they have special needs, as like emotional needs. Like these are kids still learning coping mechanisms. Yeah. Think back when you were that age. I mean, how dumb we were.
Oh, and you have puberty and adolescence, and you're raging with hormones and that sort of thing.
It's a mess.
It's a different thing.
Yeah, well,
it's a complete mess.
You get to that age, 12, 13-ish, and all of a sudden everything's changing. Mm-hmm. Your body's changing, your emotions are everything's changing.
Your outlook on life is changing.
Oh, yeah.
You're not a child anymore, really, but you're certainly not an adult.
No.
And so you've hit this middle ground in your life that's kind of weird, and we see in our society where things go sideways on these kids.
Oh yeah.
And that doesn't surprise me to hear that between 3 and 6, that's where they're most prone to have an issue. Because a lot of them, they get out of school about 3 o'clock. Nobody's home.
Nope.
So they're just kind of on their own during that time. And unfortunately, there's people out there, other adolescents and adults that are not doing not so good things.
Yes.
And we just having something for those kids to do. Something they can be involved in, I think, is really important. I guess we're at like athletics and the school
that's
level.
One of the biggest things that athletics does is at the school level is keep kids, but not everybody's into that.
Well, that's why when I hear people talk about how the schools ought to cut back on athletics, no, you really can't.
Bands and athletics, I'm totally against. Orchestras, bands, athletics, choirs. Those are very important.
Yeah, you got to have those extracurricular activities, because you can get a lot of kids involved in something. In some program there, and that can help. But having an organization like Campfire obviously is huge.
Well, 1 in 3 kids literally only receive 60 minutes of any kind of physical activity. 1 in 3. Think about that statistic for a second.
Yeah.
There's a lot of kids. And then it's, the society itself that's wrapped themselves around these kids. You've got the pressure from your social media peers, you have all these other external pressures.
Yeah.
And then what we've started to notice is, if you look back where COVID started and it shut everything down, now you've got these kids that are coming up who have no social skills. The resiliency is low. Mm-hmm. Coping mechanisms are even lower.
Yeah.
And we know how hard it was just to have, a challenge in front of you, and you're like, I don't know if I'm going to get through this. And so they don't have anybody really around to help them manage through those challenging times.
I think it's clear more damage was done in shutting down our economy, shutting down our society. More damage was done, he called this, than any virus could have ever done.
Yeah, the dumb guy, the dumbass motorcycle guy from North Scott knew more than psychologist.
Yes.
Or I don't know about knew more.
Or Fauci.
Was willing to say it. That's the difference.
Yeah.
I didn't know more. I'm not smarter than anybody else, but I had the
common sense.
I had the cojones to say something about it.
Yes.
And as opposed to just going along as a sheep.
So now organizations like yours, schools, parents, everybody, our workload now has doubled.
Yes.
We've somehow got to help these kids recover from all that and gain those skills.
Yes.
And you talked about how, they're lacking social skills.
Yes.
It's scary to me how many people you encounter that, now are in their teens, or approaching adulthood, that they don't even know how to strike up a conversation with anybody.
No, they don't.
That's frightening. To me, that's frightening. You got to be able to talk to people.
So we always do little things like write Christmas cards for when we take them to go caroling.
Yeah, sure.
And we've noticed that even though they're writing, these children have a very hard time, and it seems to be more prone in a specific demographic, and they have a hard time writing their name, recognizing their name, and just writing, period. So, as we try to offer homework help, it's almost, we can't help that. You come to a part where you're like, we're not education. Mm-hmm. We don't have that professionalism. But, when you see a child and their handwriting in third grade is not where it should be, and there's a problem. Mm-hmm. So, we have noticed that, to teach them, it's a lot harder. Mm-hmm. So to learn caroling songs, a lot of them, they don't even know Frosty the Snowman. Frosty the Snowman.
Wow.
They don't know Frosty the Snowman. They don't know regular carol songs.
Right.
So if you take it back to, the social part of it, it's probably families having crisis, family breakdowns. And of course, I'm not a psychologist here, but I'm just going off of my experience. So there's a lot going on with these kids this day, and I don't think everybody's really recognizing that COVID had a part in it. Society has a huge part in it. Mm-hmm. You put everybody on a tablet, and all they do is just focus on that. You read the statistics of them having such an addiction when they have a tablet taken away from them, that it's a literal fear from their separation.
It's insane. It really is. There's too many parents that aren't parenting anymore. That's been a huge part of the problem, and that's gotten worse over. And quite frankly, it's our generation, y'all.
Yeah.
Our generation started it because we're all about the same age.
Yes.
Okay, and our parents were kind of the last generation of pretty good parents. We were the first generation of crappy parents. And when you're a crappy parent, and I think I was pretty good. I think we all think we're pretty good at it, but still, our generation is still to blame. And when you're crappy parents, then the next generation becomes even crappier parents because they learn from you. Mm-hmm. And when back in the 80s, the 70s and 80s, when people started getting disinterested in their kids. And then you had the problem of you had people that were either completely disinterested or people that were hyper interested, that were always up in their kids' business. And kids need a balance. Mm-hmm. They need some alone time. They need some time to their thoughts. They need some time to socialize amongst their peers without structure. But they also need some structure.
Yeah,
it's an in-between thing. It's a balance. And it's been the extremes.
Well, I think having a program like yours that puts the kids outdoors,
Yeah.
You're getting them in touch with nature.
Yes.
And they're getting activity, physical activity.
Yes.
That is very, very important, not just
Yes.
from an exercise health, physical health perspective, but from a mental health perspective.
Yeah.
And we don't have tablets or anything like that. Now, that's, we're nonprofit, shoestring budget. So, no, we don't have the ability to offer, these facilities like others. But we do not allow them to have any type of phone on them. So I know that they come with these phones, and we're like, the parents have to sign. They know that there is no phones allowed. Mm-hmm. First of all, it's a safety thing because, a minor videotaping another minor, people don't understand.
Yeah.
There are some legal issues that you're crossing, and children aren't responsible enough to think of the legalities of it.
Right.
So we take the phones away, and we make them. We're like, okay, this is your Facebook right here. This is your real Facebook.
Yeah.
Your networking, your Twitters are going to be over here. We break it down, and so we have fun with them, and we do. We'll put STEM in there, and we'll do little curriculums to kind of enhance and make them, do a project. Right. But then we do a lot of the nature and the sports aspect.
By the way, STEM, science, technology.
Yes, sorry,
engineering.
math.
Engineering, math.
Yes.
Yes. It's a curriculum.
Some have thrown STEAM in there with an A with the arts. And
yes, with the arts.
Yeah.
Yes, so. And which is arts can be anything from music to arts and crafts. But I think there's a specific curriculum for that. I don't.
Right.
Well, the thing about it, and when you talk about facilities, you actually do. Campfire has some wonderful facilities.
Yes.
That people don't even know about. Yeah. The Harrell Park is in the heart of Wichita Falls, over by Lucy Park. Got one of the nicest pools, one of the newest pools.
I would say so.
Yeah, in Wichita Falls. But the facility was donated years ago. The park was, and it's been kept up by so many people. The Foley family is obviously one of the main drivers of keeping the park up for the years. So there are some nice facilities. You're right. It's on a shoestring budget, and everybody has to work hard to pull things together. But it's when you go into that park, Harrell Park, it is an escape. It's a getaway there.
You wouldn't think that it's 16 acres at all. And it's right next to Lucy Park. The misconception is that it's a public park. It is not a public park. I can't say it enough because people are like, well, this is a public park. No, it is a private park. It's donated. And we have 16 acres to be able to allow these kids to do all the necessary, physical.
Kids.
They're kids.
Be kids. Yes.
And it's available for rent.
Yes, we do have rentals. Yes.
Yes.
And the pool is amazing. I think it's a little diamond in the rough that you just don't see. The only reason why I say that is because I am one of the CPOs, which is a certified pool operator, who gets to work on the pool. It's one of my many skills.
Yeah.
And there's 4 of us that keep this up, and it's a lot, but it's beautiful.
Well, you've probably got one of the best maintained pool facilities in the city.
It is one of we have been told it is like the cleanest.
Yeah.
So we're very, very fortunate and very happy.
So it's an ool.
It is definitely an ool.
Remember the sign at what was it? Sand Beach?
Yes.
Yeah.
There used to be a sign.
To our ool.
Yeah. There's no P in it. Let's keep it that way.
Notice there's no P in it.
Well, I think the facility is really outstanding, and
it's nice.
Your team does a great job. I think you do a great job with the kids. Having this organization in Wichita Falls to serve these children the way you do is really outstanding. As you said, you are a nonprofit, so you do rely on public support a great extent.
To a very great extent.
So how exactly can people help you?
Well, see, there's this little thing. It's called the internet. I'm sure we're all very, very interested in it.
And you can get to it on the thing that they take away from the kids.
You can first of all, you can walk into our office anytime, any day.
In the analog world, you can walk in with a check. You'll take their check, I bet.
Yeah, I like face to face. I like to visit.
And the office is on 9th Street. It's on the corner of Fillmore and 9th.
Yes. Yeah. And so 2014 9th Street, and then you can go to campfirentx.org. So, and
/donate. And that takes you right,
donate,
I'm right
and
there.
It does. Yep. It really does.
And also they have these, they have certain fundraisers throughout the years.
Yes.
And one of them, of course, the big one is the candy sale.
Yeah. I was going to be careful bringing that up.
In the past. Because, well, there'll be coming a big announcement very soon on that.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah. It's a whole thing.
Now
we can edit this out if we need to.
I mean, I can go ahead and say it.
Let's go ahead. We can edit. You want to edit this out real quick? Because I just threw that. I didn't realize anything. So.
Oh, okay. Anyway.
Well, I'll have to mark it.
We're at 21:17.
Yeah, 21 minutes.
About 21. About
I'll
21
have to make a note then.
Yeah.
So,
all
right.
I'll tell y'all after this. Okay. What's going on?
All right.
Okay.
But yeah, your facilities are just outstanding. I think overall, it really isn't just having this here and the ability for to do what you do. But you need the public support.
Yes,
obviously you need people to go to the website, make donations.
Yeah.
If you've got children that like you said, kindergarten and fifth.
Yes.
Is kind of your niche that you're serving right now.
Yes.
If you've got children, so that would be between what ages 5 and about 10?
But yeah,
9,
about
10?
that, as long as they're going into their grade.
I can't remember how old I was in 5th grade, but it was the best 3 years of my life.
I was going to say, 14 or 15. I don't remember. No wonder you were taller than everybody else.
Well, they also moved. 6th grade now is
went from junior high to middle school.
So they've moved them to middle school. So, but like I said, middle school is a very different breed of age. So they need different programs for that, which we're working on. But one of the things that we're going to do for this upcoming year will be we're going to open it up to all of WFISD. We'll still run the vans. We're still going to go pick up on certain days, but anybody can drop off any day of the week, and they can become a member, and we will welcome them as a camper.
And membership is really very inexpensive.
Yeah,
so.
it's $30 for the year.
That's $30.
Yes, $30
Not a
for
month.
the
American.
For the year.
Not a month, but for the year.
For the year.
Wow.
It's for the year. It covers your fall and spring semester. And we're just going to open it up and see how that goes instead of just specific. I think the bigger impact would be seeing these kids on a more regular basis. Having Campfire's impact and influence and mentorship will be more impactful if the consistency is there.
Yes.
And the resources are there for these specific families who are needing it. So we're going to open it Monday through Friday to all, but we'll only pick up on certain days on schools because we can't.
You only have
we only got so many vans.
So tell everybody real quickly what happens at camp, or what if somebody says, okay, I want to send my kid to after school program. What is that? What do they get for their time?
They get great camp counselors. I love our counselors. Our counselors. They love our kids, and our kids get very, very attached to them. And so they get the 16 acres, they get curriculum, they get playtime, physical activities, they get snacks, they get a hot meal that's provided by the area food bank, which is called the Kids Cafe. So, and that really is a huge part of it because some of these kids don't get to go home and have a dinner or anything. So
this is dinner.
And this is
the evening
dinner.
Meal. And then also that some of them get transportation as well because you do have vans.
Yes. And so on those days that we pick up from the schools, they'll get free transportation to the park and then back to the school. And when families are in need, because we have a lot of families that are been caught in the economy has not been great, if we can just be honest about that. And so with the fuel prices, a lot of our families either they've got disabilities that keep them at home, or they're working 2-3 jobs. So we will actually take them to their homes and drop them off for free.
Yep.
It's quite a bit for $30 for a year.
Yeah.
I mean,
that doesn't really cover the expenses inside.
No,
the gas.
Yeah, it doesn't.
It doesn't cover. It doesn't cover really anything.
This is one of the least expensive programs of its type that you're going to find anywhere.
Right.
Well, we try to keep it that way, and we even tried something different with the pool this year. We, instead of the $300 membership that we had, we broke it down and we said, okay, let's just do a $50 pass for adults and a $30 pass for children for the whole summer season, and the children's pass is anybody under 13 or anybody under 14. That's pretty cheap.
Mm-hmm. It is.
I mean,
yeah,
it is
exactly. Because it costs a lot to. It does cost a lot to maintain a pool.
Oh,
especially a pool that's
very expensive.
Not just in labor, but in materials.
In
chemicals and that sort of thing.
Yeah, the cost of the chlorine that we have, it's ridiculous.
It is. Well, again, if people want to get involved, if they want to get your children involved, obviously you can come by the office on Ninth Street. You can sign up there. They can go to the website.
Yes.
CampfireNTX.
Yes. .org.
Mm-hmm. And sign up that way. You can also donate. So if you even if you don't have children of that age that can be in the program, you could still help.
Oh, absolutely.
You can still contribute and
absolutely.
Help out.
I mean, if you have a passion, and you want to come in and show these kids a special skill, come talk to me.
Yeah.
We love taking in community outreach and bringing them to the kids.
Well, I know in years past, a lot of your volunteers would be young adults who had gone through the program themselves. They were Campfire kids.
Yeah.
They grew up, and now they're volunteering their time to be counselors at your camp.
Or even paid, or even working for Campfire.
Yeah.
We have a police officer. Corey LaPlante. Yeah, I did that. And I love Corey. He grew up like Anastasia did, and there's some others, and he grew up in camp, worked as a lifeguard at day camp, and then is now a Wichita Falls Police Department officer.
That's neat.
And comes and does security for us.
That's awesome.
And his kids come. So, I mean, you're getting generationals that are coming.
And I think that demonstrates the impact that Campfire has had on their lives.
Yeah.
That tells you just how impactful the program has been for them, that they're willing to come back and give of their time and donate their time to the organization or work for the organization. That's just incredible. So that speaks volumes about the impact Campfire has had. Well, again, CampfireNTX.org is the website.
I mean, it's not just one person that is the most important. It's all of them. Yep. And every bit of my team has worked super hard to ensure that we have a great program. So without them, there would be no Campfire.
Yep. For a fact, you can't do it all by yourself. No. It takes a team to run that, for sure. Really
absolutely.
Does. Erica Mundt, thank you so much for being with us. Thanks. We appreciate it very much. CampfireNTX.org, again, the website, if you want to donate or sign up or whatever. Yeah. And again, the offices are, what's the address on 9th?
2414 9th Street.
Corner of 9th and Fillmore.
Fillmore, yes.
All right. And they can give you a call also if they want.
Yeah.
Can they not?
Yes.
Yeah, it's, was it 940-322?
5209.
5209. All right, great. Erica Mundt, Executive Director, Campfire, North Texas. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Guys, thank you for joining us for this episode of Get It Right Texoma. Again, brought to you by Eddie Hill's Fun Cycles at 401 North Scott in downtown Wichita Falls. MacTech Solutions at 4020 Ray Road, Suite 3B in Wichita Falls, and Lolly and Pop Sweet Shop, lpsweet.com, and Lolly and Pop Sweet Shop on Facebook as well. Be sure and share this on all your social media platforms, and we want to get your feedback as well. Let us know how you feel about the program, what you think about the content. You can comment on anything that you see or hear. We want to hear from you, good, bad, ugly, whatever. We want to know about it. Let us know, and also be sure and
before Erica got here, there was a lot of ugly.
Yeah.
Now that she showed up, it's gotten a lot nicer.
Yeah, she prettied it up a whole lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. And again, it's GetItRightTexoma.com is the website. Until next time, guys, take care. We'll see you down the road.